Hey, I'm making this video just to show an easy way how to get EmulationStation up and working on Ubuntu. Right now I'm on Lubuntu 18.04. So basically the gist of it is I'm going to show you how to get Retroarch on there, or how to get EmulationStation working with Retroarch so you can use EmulationStation as a front end for the libretro cores or libretro cores in Ubuntu that they've made. So I'll get right into it so I don't waste time. So first, what you're going to want to do, and below you can cut and paste, use my instructions below, but you're going to want to install Retroarch. This can take a while. I know for my computer it takes a long time, so because I got a slow computer. But I've already done this step on the computer, so I've already downloaded this stuff. I just haven't compiled anything, so it might go a little quicker than what you're going to experience. So I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to go and just put this in my terminal and paste. Okay, and now it's going to install all of this stuff. So basically what this does is installs the PPA and it installs the system. Just go through it. So like I said, for me, it's gonna look pretty quick on this because of that. So while it's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and these are all of the dependencies. The next thing down, just cut and paste that whole thing, because this is what you're gonna need to get EmulationStation going. So I'll copy back to my thing here. This is still working. Okay, so that's all done. Retroarch's already on there. So now I'm going to paste for the dependencies. And same thing, I've already got this, so it's just going to say it's all done and stuff. It may take you a little bit of time. Then you're going to get right to it and download EmulationStation from the GitHub right here. So copy and paste. Alright, already exists, blah blah blah. Again, I'm just kind of going through the steps. So what you're going to do is cut and paste like I did all through this. So you're going to go cd EmulationStation. I'm just going through it so you can follow step by step. I don't think I copied. Hold on. I'm just going through so you can step by step on this and follow your steps. Because if you do mess it up a little bit, it just won't work. Alright, so get that going here. Oops. And back to the page. And cmake. It's important that cmake you have the period in there. Don't think that's a period just because I like ending my sentences. It's a period because you actually need it. So enter. So it's going to go through all that. It's already been done, like I said. And then make. Now make, this part will take, it took my computer quite a while to do it. So if yours does, don't worry. That's just how it does it. So it builds blah blah blah. It's already done. And then you do sudo make install. And it's already installed. Like I said, if you're doing this for the first time on your computer, it will take a while. It won't go as quick as I did here. So just keep that in mind. And let's get right to it now. And that's it. That's all. So you have all the stuff from the internet that you need. So you can close out your internet window and stuff, or whatever you need to do. So now what you're going to do is go to your terminal and type EmulationStation, but not in the CD. You just want to run the command. The reason you're going to do this because it creates a sample file for you. Sample, you'll see. Basically, you just want it to run once before you start trying to configure, because it will give you. So this is what it's going to look like. It looks like your system config file has not been set up or is invalid. You'll need to do this by hand, unfortunately. Visit EmulationStation, blah, blah, blah. Hit enter to get out of there. That's what we wanted. So now you're going to go to your home folder. You're going to go up here. So this part's important because I'm on home folder. You notice there's nothing here. It's not Emulation Station, this folder. What you need to do is go to View and Show Hidden. That way you can see .emulation station because you're trying to get to the config file. Your config file is right here. You want to right click it and open it with LeafPad or some other notepad type thing so you can edit it. So you're going to open it with LeafPad and this is what it's going to look like. So I'm just going to explain here real quick. So if you look between here, system list and system list, all of the systems you do are going to have to exist between these two lines. And so each system has its own thing here. So you got system and system. So I always start with NES because they kind of have it in here for you. And I'll show you how to put a second one in just for shits and giggles so you kind of know what's going on here. So it says here's an example to get you started. You don't need to delete anything. So what you need to do is wherever your ROMs are stored, you're going to put that, you're going to copy the path. So I'm going to go to I'm going to go here. So my ROMs are stored on my USB thing over here. I'm going to go to ROMs and I'm going to go down to my NES file, which is right here. So I'm going to right click that folder and I'm going to copy path. Alright, path is copied. So I'm going to go back to my LeafPad, and so if you look here, let's see here, your ROMs are going to be located right here. Blah blah blah. Extension. So right here. Let's see here. ROMs right here is between path and path. So you'll see this little squiggly line right here. You want to get rid of that too. It's from the end, from each caret of the path, right there. So that caret and that caret, because the path to start searching for ROMs in. That's the line you want to do this in, and go to path to path. So I highlighted that because I'm changing that, and I'm going to paste my new thing. So this is my new path to my NES ROMs. Okay. So now I'm going to go down here, and so my NES ROMs are actually zip files. So I'm going to go down to this next one with the list of extensions to search for, and I'm going to change it right here. They only have .nes. I'm just going to go right here, add a space, and do .zip. Alright, that's it for that. Then I'm going to go down here. So down in the shell command executed. So basically this right here, where this squiggly line is, to .so, that's your path for the actual core. So the actual core is going to be located, now follow me closely here, it's going to be located in here. So you're going to go up, what you're going to do is go to your root file. So your root file is like the system folder, it's above home folder, it's the main one. So you're going to go to USR folder, you're going to go to lib, and then you're going to go down to libretro, right here. And you're going to look for whatever retro core, or Retroarch puts a bunch of cores in, and that's what Retroarch uses to run. So I'm just looking for NES. This case I'm going to do Nestopia, right here, retro. So I'm going to right click on it and copy path, because this is the place I want that file to search for. So I'm going to go back here to my thing. I'm going to paste. Okay, now I got Nestopia stuff. So let's see. And so, right here where it's got the -L, go ahead and put a space after Retroarch and do a -F. Also, oops, not semicolon F, a -F. And what that does is it forces full screen for your ROMs or for your Retroarch core. And so let's see if that works. Let's go up here to this. So you're just going to type in EmulationStation again to run it and see if it works. Check that your paths are correct and configuration file and your game directory has at least one game with the connection. Okay, so let's figure this out. .zip. Oh, let's save this. That's my problem. So I'm going to close this and save my CFG file. Now it might work. So make sure you close and save your EmulationStation config file before you try running EmulationStation again, because it didn't save the info I just put in. So now I'm running it again, and now it's loading. Okay, now it says no gamepad, so hold A button. So it's reading keyboard. I'm gonna do just this, just so I can show you guys. I'm doing A, B. Start is spacebar, select, enter. Page up is U, page down is D. Okay, and push A for that. So you see I have NES. That's my only one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and select that and show you real quick. See, here's my games now. Let's select it, see what it does. It kind of just blinks and does that thing. Ah, it's working. Okay, I'm going to escape, get out of here. I'm going to and quit so I can show you how to do that. To put in the next system. So I'm figuring if I show you how to put in a second system, you'll be able to recreate this. Alright, sorry about that. I had a phone call, so I'll get back to it. So we're going to put in the Nintendo or Super Nintendo now. So I'm going to show you what to do here. So what you want to do is go to your .EmulationStation again. So go to your file and .EmulationStation. That's in the home folder, and you have to be, again, make sure your view is on show hidden. Click on that. And you're going to go to your es_systems.cfg. Remember, don't double click it, because for some reason it'll send you to some, I don't know, just leaf pad it. That's what I do. Anyway, so in between system here, if you look real close, system, not system list, but system and system. So I'm going to copy all of this. Actually, I want to copy system and system. Okay, so you look here. So from there down to there, I'm just going to right click it and copy, and then I'm going to go down here, and you want to stay within the system list. So I'm going to enter to create a thing, and then I'm going to paste right here. So right now I have two of the exact same thing, right? System to system, system to system. Looks a little sloppy, but it works. So I'm going to add Super Nintendo because it's easy. So you go up to the name up here, a short name used internally. So I'm just going to add a S. And then the full name, I'm going to add a super. Oops, I want to make it capitalized. You can put whatever name you want, honestly, in here. It doesn't matter. Here. I accidentally hit my thing here. Let's do that. Okay, open with LeafPad. I'm going to copy it again. Just forget this spot. I'm just doing this here. Copy. Paste. Okay. So let's see. That's my SNES right here. So again, I'm going to do S. I'm going to do super. And then I need to change it. So I just go to I can copy path. So I'm going to go here and go to my ROMs. And so whatever your SNES one is, you just copy path. And then I go back to my leaf pad. And then I'm going to put that right here. Between path and path. Paste. That's the path for it. And then if you remember, you want to look at your extensions for your file. Like my SNES, I know are .zip, so I'm just going to leave it. I don't care that it also says NES and whatever. I guess I could take those out because there are no NES.NES files in that just to simplify it. So you really try putting whatever you want, but it does have to be supported by the Retroarch core, but the Retroarch for these does support it, so make sure you have that. And so then I'm going to go to my other one here. So you want to go to libretro. You remember it's under USR, lib, and then libretro under the root folder system. So I'm going to look for the SNEX. I've read that the best core for SNEX is this one. It's the SNEX 9 without the date. So this one right here. There's a few. There's like a 2005, 2010, and a 9. What none. So again, copy path. Go to your leaf pad, and then just change that path. Paste. Okay, so I'm going to save it. We'll see how it works. Yes, and then go to my terminal here. I'm going to close some windows here. So let's just try it. Emulation Station. Alright, so it's loading up. Alright, so it looks like SNES got added. So I have Super Nintendo and Nintendo now. And if you look at the CFG file, the configuration file for Emulation Station, there is a place to insert like the themes and stuff at the very bottom. I just don't have any of that. I haven't really looked much into it. I'm just trying to get something set up to work on a compute stick, a really cheap one, and this is a way that I found to do that. But anyway, I'm going to show you. So yeah, these aren't game blah blah blah. So yep, got my games. Let's see if it works. All right. Oh, missing assets. So if you run into this, I'm glad this happened. So it says warning, missing assets. Use the online updater if available. So what you want to do is exit out of Emulation Station. Yes, I really want to quit. Okay, so you're going to open up Retroarch. So you're going to go to your games and go to Retroarch. And you want to go to Online Updater. And you want to go to Update Assets. And it does it all for you. And then that fixes that problem. And your games will run smoother. So yeah, you just wait for it. It downloads it, and then that does its thing. Again, when you configure a controller in Emulation Station, it only works at the front end. You actually have to come in here and configure your controller in Retroarch for it to work when you launch a ROM. So if you notice, if you get on there and you launch Super Mario Brothers, your controller that you configured in Emulation Station, it's not going to work. Nothing's going to work, because what you have to do is do that. So you can see it already looks better. So it's got kind of the new version of Retroarch. Never really update joypad profiles. Oh, let's see if the auto config zip thing works. I don't know, it's worth a try. I'm actually going to grab a controller and see if it works. Hold on just a minute, guys. Because that might be a quick solution to the problem instead of going through. Because I do know Retroarch Auto, they have some auto configurations for each of the thing for a generic joypad for each system. So like your Nintendo 64 and stuff, but we'll try it out. So let's see. Okay, well it works already in there. So I'm going to close Retroarch out, and I'm going to launch Emulation Station and configure my controller. Let's see how this works here. Okay, you want to hold down a button. Actually, no, I have to go to Configure Input and then hold the button down. So okay, it sees it, so I'm just going to go through and configure my controller. Page up, page down. Okay. All right, so I configured my controller. So let's go to a Super Nintendo game or a NES game here. Let's see. I just want to get playing here. So I got so many games. When you start getting into ROMs and stuff, man, you can get so much stuff. But I'm used to the Super Mario Brothers, so that's what I'm trying to find right now. Sorry, I keep going way past. So I'm just going to go Super Mario Brothers 2. Let's see. Let's see if it auto-configged it. Nope, it didn't. It didn't auto-config. So yeah, you have to go into Retroarch and configure controller. But anyway, this video I just showed you how to get each system in there. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it helps somebody. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything you'd like to see.